Hi there. Guess where I am? And I am here with Raul Ibarra,
Right.
and he's the pumpkin farmer. We're in the pumpkin patch. My name is Deborah Blanton. I host Cleveland County Kitchen, and it's a hot day. Really hot day. So, Raul, talk to us about pumpkins.
Well, I mean, not just try to grow the pumpkins. That's all I know.
Yes.
Yes.
And of course, you grow a lot of other things out here too.
Yes.
Plus, I failed to mention we are at Two Wives Vineyard, which is up 18, almost into what, Lincoln County? I guess that yeah, still in Cleveland, or are we in Cleveland?
Yes.
Anyway, yes. But Raul's at the farmers market, but of course this is the month of September, hot as you know what, and we're talking about pumpkins. So tell us when you planted these pumpkins.
We're just supposed to plant in some kind of 4th of July, and that kind of
4th of July.
4th of July,
Okay.
and that kind of days, and we're a little bit late. We're a little bit late, but we're still going to have some of it. So.
Right. Well, now, will these get bigger if they stay on the vine?
Depending how you take it, they put in more fertilizer, more water, no less in it. It might grow a little big and ones.
Okay.
A little bit, no much.
Right.
Yeah.
But these are the cute ones. These are like for children to play with and carve and all that.
That's the big they're gonna get. Then no matter, no more big than that. It might get it just a little bit, another inch or so.
Right.
But then no.
Right. So these are kind of like mini pumpkins.
That's what it is. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Yes.
Yes.
Now, when you plant these things, do you plant them in a hill? Is there a hill and then you just push the seeds in? How does that work?
I do it in a hill, yeah. But you plant it like the other seeds, really, squash or corn or anything. But I build in a little bed, that way to be really not being in the hill. And they're saying they do better, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, I see they look like rows here too. So you kind of make a row and put the dirt up and then just plant them down the row, I guess.
Yes, I do. I got this machine over there. I'm not using the plastic. I just use the machine and I build my row before I do it.
Okay.
And after that, I just put the seed in the ground.
Okay. Well, and of course, this hot weather that we're having here in the middle of September, I guess that's going to speed the ripening.
Yes, they're gonna do. They're not gonna be able to grow no more because the raw weather and the plant die, and they're just gonna turn it orange. They no matter little or big,
Right. Now, you have these at the farmer's market. Now, do you have larger ones? I know you have other pumpkin patches.
I got another one supposed to be a large pumpkin, that's kind of big in it. They're not quite ready yet, but it's supposed to be a bigger pumpkin.
Okay.
20 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
20.
Well, I can carry this. A 20-pound one's got to put forth a little more effort. Now, would you say these are eating pumpkins?
Supposed to be, if people want to eat it, they call it a one-pie pumpkin.
Okay. Oh, a one pie pumpkin. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. Well, listen. Thank you so much for standing out here in this hot sun. I know you wanted to be in the shade, but I want to be in the pumpkin patch.
Well, that's okay.
That's good. Good.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for coming anyway.
Gracias to you.
Gracias to you anyways.
Stay tuned. We're going to talk to Nancy Abasiekong. Are you okay? Raul's working.
That's pretty one. That's not going to grow no more. He's going to turn it orange.
Is that not the cutest?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Thank you for picking that.
Right.
Great. All right, well, stay tuned. We're going to be talking to Nancy Abasiekong about why we need to eat pumpkins. And then there's a surprise at the end. So stay tuned. Go get your refreshment and come right back.
Listen up. Do you have a passion for cooking? A desire to learn more about the craft of professional food preparation? If so, now's a great time to check out Cleveland Community College's brand new Culinary Arts Academy. This exciting 3-month program offers hands-on training for jobs in the food service industry. Across the nation, food service is one of the fastest-growing industries. With your training at CCC's Culinary Arts Academy, you can compete for jobs in hotels, restaurants, conference centers, cruise ships, and other settings. Enroll in CCC's program and you'll gain in-depth training in food procedures, preparation, and commercial kitchen operations. Plus, the program includes a special add-on. You'll get your certificate in cardiopulmonary resuscitation, or CPR training. You can earn good money too. Depending on where you work, starting salaries range from $20,000 to $50,000. In just 12 weeks, you can be well on your way to gaining the know-how to handle food safely, properly, as a true professional. Now ask yourself, are you ready to start your journey today at CCC?
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs.
And you learned how to not ignore yours.
I discovered how to make healthier meals.
And I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Woohoo! Well, welcome back. I am, as promised, I'm here with Nancy Abassier Kong. Still in the pumpkin patch. We wanted to change the background, so we just swiveled a little bit, and we've got our seats right here. And but I've thought this would be more appropriate to be still in the pumpkin patch with Nancy. She's done a stretch to come all the way up here, Highway 18.
Glad to do it.
Tell us, Nancy, why we should eat pumpkin.
Well, pumpkin is another one of the nutrient-dense fruit or vegetable. We use it like a vegetable, technically a fruit with seeds and so forth, but really an excellent source of vitamin A, of potassium, and of course this orange color. Whenever we see something with an orange color, we know that it has beta-carotene, and that's one of the carotenoids and that in our body turns to vitamin A, the beta-carotene then, and it is used for many things.
Okay. So now, how would you select a good pumpkin?
All right. There are two kinds of pumpkins, as you and Raul talked about. We've got the pie pumpkin, which may also be called a sugar pumpkin or a sweet pumpkin.
Or an eating pumpkin.
Or eating pumpkin, any of those terms. And then we have the carving or jack-o'-lantern pumpkin, which often is larger, would usually be larger, and may be a little more pale in color than the pie pumpkin or the sweet pumpkin. But if you're going to be eating the pumpkin, or whether you're roasting and using it in soups or stews, pie, of course, then you want to select one of these sweet varieties or a pie pumpkin. Because the flesh will be more sweet, less stringy than it would
Good
be.
point. Good point about the strings. There'll still be a lot of seeds, but you won't have to scoop out as much, right?
Right. Well, you will scoop out still some stringiness that attach to the seeds, but the flesh of the pumpkin itself will not be that grainy, stringy like you would get in a jack-o'-lantern or a carving type of pumpkin.
Okay. Now, as far as preparing this, because there's a surprise for the chef coming up, but, well, first of all, this is a fairly green stem. Would that mean that it's probably, say, just been picked and would be still fresh?
Well, these will be fresh. One thing with the stem, we'd have to ask Raul about the coloring of the stem. It will get dry because we can leave them. A pumpkin will last 2 to 3 months stored in a cool dark
Perfect.
place.
Perfect.
Not
yes.
in the refrigerator. You know, a lot
Oh.
of times we store things in the refrigerator, but not pumpkins.
Good point. Yes.
Or other winter squash are also not stored in the refrigerator.
Okay. We need to keep it at room temperature.
Yes, in a cool, dark place, not in the sun, not in direct sun.
Right. Okay. So, this is, to me though, this is like just a cute thing that you still can make a jack-o'-lantern out of one of these pie pumpkins, correct?
Yes, you can, and this is actually a perfect size for children, and we will be doing the Something Pumpkin celebration and using this size pumpkin for not carving, but painting and decorating.
So how would people know how to be able to do this and enter their prize pumpkin painting?
They will check with our public libraries. So that would be Cleveland Memorial Library or Spangler, and also in Kings Mountain at Mooney Memorial Library. They all will have entry forms for decorating, and they will have pumpkins to give, and then the pumpkins will be on display.
They'll have pumpkins, so all you have to do is sign up, get the form, and get your pumpkin, and get to work.
Correct. That's right. And the entry form tells you the dates of picking up your pumpkin, the range of time that you have to turn it in at either of those libraries, and then they will be judged. Each library will have its own judging, and then they will display their winners. But the Kings Mountain Mooney Library pumpkins will also be on display at the Kings Mountain Heritage Days, and that will be in October. And the festival, the Something Pumpkin, is in conjunction with the Cotton Ginning Days in Gaston County on October the 12th.
Okay. So when does this start in Cleveland, the painting?
This starts, you may start picking up pumpkins at either of those libraries September 19th and goes through the 18th for Kings Mountain for Mooney, and through, I believe it's the 7th of October for Cleveland Memorial and Spangler.
So they're really 2 to 3 weeks that you have to pick up your pumpkin, decorate it, and then prepare to go wherever to present it for.
Right, just turn it back where you picked up your pumpkin, take it back to the library where you have picked up your pumpkin, and then they will do the rest from there. Get it judged, and then it will be on display. Probably the Spangler display will be at Cleveland Memorial, I believe. But those details are on the entry form.
Information sheet. Well, this just sounds wonderful. We're going to be able to give you an opportunity to cook a pumpkin and then also decorate it and make your own jack-o'-lantern. This sounds like a great 2019 is wonderful for pumpkins.
Great for pumpkins.
Well, thank you all for watching this segment of our show. The third half of our show will be coming up, and we'll have a surprise chef. So stay tuned.
At CCC, we're all about training students for exciting careers. Our Barber Academy is a great example. Did you know jobs for barbers, stylists, and other related fields are increasing? Competition for the best jobs will be strong. With your CCC training, you'll have a definite edge. Our courses give you the skills and knowledge you need to sit for North Carolina's Apprentice Barber exam. To move up the ladder, you need at least 1 year of on-the-job training before you take the state's registered barber exam. If you pass, it's official. You'll be a registered barber. While private barber schools can cost $10,000 or more, CCC makes it affordable. Plus, you can complete our Barber Academy in only 15 months. Now the question is, are you ready to start your journey today? Listen up. Do you have a passion for cooking? A desire to learn more about the craft of professional food preparation? If so, now's a great time to check out Cleveland Community College's brand new Culinary Arts Academy. This exciting 3-month program offers hands-on training for jobs in the food service industry. Across the nation, food service is one of the fastest growing industries. With your training at CCC's Culinary Arts Academy, you can compete for jobs in hotels, restaurants, conference centers, cruise ships, and other settings. Enroll in CCC's program and you'll gain in-depth training in food procedures, preparation, and commercial kitchen operations. Plus, the program includes a special add-on. You'll get your certificate in cardiopulmonary resuscitation or CPR training. You can earn good money too. Depending on where you work, starting salaries range from $20,000 to $50,000. In just 12 weeks, you can be well on your way to gaining the know-how to handle food safely, properly, as a true professional. Now ask yourself, are you ready to start your journey today at CCC?
These days, having a secure job really matters. Take plumbing, for instance. No matter what's going on with the economy, there will always be a need for professional plumbers to fix problems, help finish a new home or renovation, and make sure the plumbing works just right. Plus, professional plumbers can make a very good living. CCC offers what you need to get going with your career as a plumber. We have a fast-track certificate program to give you top-notch residential plumbing skills and knowledge of code requirements. Our more in-depth diploma program can give you the technical know-how and skills to handle residential and some big commercial projects. You learn how to lay, install, and maintain piping fixtures and systems for gas, hot water, drainage, sprinkling, and plumbing processing systems in any environment. Job security, good pay, professional status. Now the question is, are you ready to start your journey today?
Hi, Cleveland County. Welcome back. Third half of our show. We're in the kitchen with Nancy Abasi-Akong. You've just seen her in the pumpkin patch talking about why you need to eat pumpkins, and now we're going to cook it, and she's in charge, Nancy.
Okay.
So why don't you tell our audience what we're having today?
All right. Well, pumpkin, this is one of the tastes of fall. And there are several different things. You can do a pumpkin bread, a pumpkin muffins, pumpkin.
But what are we doing today?
We are roasting a fresh pumpkin, and we have it here. We're going to talk about roasting pumpkin seeds, and then we're going to make a pumpkin hummus, a savory pumpkin hummus.
Great.
So several things to do.
Perfect. All right. Well, let's get with it,
Let's
Nancy.
start. Let's start with talking about as we talked in the pumpkin patch, there are jack-o'-lantern type pumpkins, and there are pie pumpkins. It might also be called a sweet pumpkin. And this is early in the season, so if you're not able to find a pumpkin, you could use a butternut squash.
Oh, good.
Or other types of squash, even.
Okay.
Acorn
So
squash.
would you consider a pumpkin a squash?
It is.
Oh,
it is one
we've
of the
learned a
winter.
fact.
It's one of the winter squash.
Okay, good.
So all of these are in the same family, and as you see,
Now, I have
you
to
need
tell
a
this is
sharp knife.
Yes, and it is sharp.
That's right. And we're
Okay.
trying to not cut off too much of the top, but we've cut a little bit off here as I did on the first one, and then we're going to look at the one that's roasted. Then we're going to cut it in half. And let's... Yes.
Oh, Nancy.
Ooh, hoo, hoo.
Whoa. Okay. Now, what I do, I take and I beat it on the board.
Right, well, we could.
Chunk.
And we're just
Do
about
that, do
through.
that. Oh, yeah. Good job.
There.
Good job. Okay.
And of course, as you see,
It's
here
full of
are our pumpkin
seeds.
seeds. So you don't want to throw those away. You'll want to use them. And we're going to just scrape out the pumpkin seeds and this fibrous part here. Now,
And I would say you can tell, like a cooking pumpkin or one that we're going to be using to eat, would be that the meat is thick. Of course, you don't know that when you're looking at the pumpkin.
right.
But when you open it up, you can tell that it's one that you can eat rather than make a jack-o'-lantern out of it, which we're
Yes,
getting
and
into that
those-
season too.
Those will be, the pulp is more stringy.
Okay.
And this won't be. This
Right.
is a meatier pumpkin, the flesh.
Right.
So that you've got more you can work with.
Right.
And
Well, that's okay. That's
we'll
the
take that
idea.
out.
Yes.
And
right
then
there.
I'm going to, when you're roasting, to kind of help with cleanup, use your parchment paper.
And that, I think, would imagine you can get in the grocery store at any
Yes.
tin
So
foil
it's not
area.
wax paper. it's parchment, which is labeled as parchment.
Okay.
And you can do it without putting a little bit of oil, but I just drizzle just a little bit of oil, either here or even on the paper would be easier. Just to kind of make
that makes
make
sense.
picking it up.
Oh, that's good.
And of course, these are small. We would go ahead and do the other one, which I won't do now.
Right, there's no time.
And
But
then
now
this would
how
go
long would you roast
into
that, Nancy?
probably, it is a 350 oven, about 45 minutes maybe. It just
Okay.
depends on the size.
Right. Well, let's
So
just
we
leave
put that
there
in,
because we're going to be doing
and
that.
when you finish, this is what it looks like.
Okay.
So
Well,
we
how
can
about just
see
turn it up.
that.
So it's kind of wilty on the outside and the.
And to know that it's done, we can't go by an exact time, but you'll take a fork.
Oh,
And when
sure.
it sticks, just like you would any other vegetable,
Okay.
then it's ready.
Right.
And you can peel a pumpkin before you roast it.
Oh,
But
okay.
that, it's hard, as you see, it's hard to cut.
Right,
This is
but
much
here it
easier.
just
and it
flakes
just
out.
falls right out.
Whoa, that is
Similar to when
wonderful.
you're cooking beets. They'll just come right off of the pulp.
Right. Okay.
Just comes right
All
off.
right. So there
So
we
that's
go. We've
the
got
idea
that.
there.
Okay.
And we do that with both.
And then this would be what's in here is a result of what you've done before. Is that correct?
Right. Well,
Okay.
you'll have to let this cool a little bit when you finish.
Oh, yes.
So we're using a can of pumpkin.
Okay.
Which, of
Well,
course,
we're telling
makes
some
pumpkin-
trade secrets here, how all this goes. But
Right.
this was kind of a quick thing, so we had
Well,
to
and
use
we
that.
want it to be, we want pumpkin to be available to us to eat nutritionally
Year-round.
year-round. It's not just
Oh,
at
of
Thanksgiving or
course.
fall. And the other thing is be sure that if you are using canned, use the solid pumpkin puree, not pumpkin pie mix.
Ah,
There is a
good
pumpkin pie
point.
mixture that is not the same.
Okay.
So this is a
This is more the
solid.
vegetable.
This is a vegetable, solid.
Okay, good,
So
good
with
point.
that, and this we would put in our blender or food processor and get it smooth. So
Right.
it would be this
Right.
then.
Oh, okay.
And the flavor of this is quite different and enhanced, of the fresh flavor.
Oh, of course it is, right.
Now for our pumpkin hummus, we are using several different things. This is a good healthy recipe because it has the beans. We have a can
Great
of
Northern beans.
We're
I
using
saw
Great
that.
Northern.
Yes.
A lot of recipes will call for garbanzo beans or chickpeas.
Oh, sure.
Or you can use navy beans, the cannellini beans, any kind of white bean that you would like to use.
Okay.
And of course, you can make hummus with black beans also.
So I would assume you drain those.
Right, we
Add them
drain
to
them,
the pumpkin
rinse
mix.
them, and
Oh,
then let
rinse,
them
okay.
continue to get the water out.
All
And
right.
then we'll put that into our food processor. Garlic, and we've used 2 cloves of fresh garlic.
Okay.
And that again will mince, no need to mince that ahead. It'll mince
food
in
processor
here.
does that,
And we're
right?
just putting everything in. Then a new product is tahini.
Yes.
You can make hummus without tahini or with,
Oh.
but again, this is a traditional flavor in hummus and it
Yes.
gives a richness to it.
Okay.
And this,
tahini is
it's sesame paste.
Sesame
seeds.
seeds, right.
And when you look at that, it has an oil on it.
well. Here, just you want to use a little spoon thing, just because you're going to be adding that. Is
And,
that
right,
correct?
we've already put some in, but I just wanted you to see, you do have to stir it when you open it, and it will be in the soy sauce section of the
Okay.
grocery store. It can be kind of hard to find. Then we're using fresh lemon juice. We just squeezed a lemon. We need a couple of tablespoons, so you'll have
And
a
so
little
what
bit
you've
extra.
done, you put that in case
Right
people
into
don't
our-
know that.
Right.
how to do
So
that.
we'll put that in, and then we're ready to squeeze. And that gives you your
Okay.
fresh lemon
Right,
lemon
right. And that's
juice
so
or
much
lime.
easier than doing
Right.
your hand.
Yes.
And I think you can buy these in the grocery store, can't you?
You can, and at Walmart and different kitchen
Right,
sections.
right.
So we've put that in, and of course you'll have the recipe on the website.
Right.
We've used also a little bit of salt. We've used some paprika, and cumin is another spice,
okay.
ground cumin,
Okay.
that gives, again, that fall,
Flavor.
right, and kind of an earthy
Okay,
flavor
okay.
to it. So with all of our ingredients in, then we're ready to,
Wait, have you added, when
we
you,
have, actually, I have added just about everything.
Oh, okay.
Except the rest of the pumpkin. But to get a consistency, we can add a little more either of your lemon juice, you might add a little more of your olive oil.
Of course.
And we'll see as we put the rest of our pumpkin in, we may need to drizzle in just a little more olive oil because the recipe called for a tablespoon and a half, which is not very much. And now this is the rest of our pumpkin that we'll put in.
That you roasted before.
That's right, that
Okay.
would be your roasted. And as we're thinking about fall, again, lots of different ways that we can
Whoops.
use our,
Do you need this in here?
to seal that off.
Okay, there we
Okay,
go.
now we'll have a noise here. And we'll let that blend. Let me scrape it down a little bit here
Well,
to
and
get,
right, and why don't we just show them how we're going to present it? I think because we're about out of time, Nancy.
oh my goodness.
Yes, I know.
The
10
time.
minutes goes by so fast
It
when you're
does.
having fun in
when
the kitchen.
you are having fun, as we are having fun. So
Can't let it go. Good job.
You'll
Oh, that's
see how
perfect.
blended.
Because it'll all be edible anyway.
yes,
All right, all right.
and then I'm going to
There's your
use
bowl,
here.
There's your spoon.
All righty.
Well, let's
And
just,
we'll
just put a
put
little
that-
bit in there. And then we're all gonna dip. We've got a veggie tray here. This is
good
an
way.
English cucumber. It's the long wrapped up in wrap, and these have no seeds,
Right.
which I didn't realize, Nancy.
Yes.
So actually, I just can't wait. I just
Okay.
can't wait.
You might go ahead and give it a try and see how we've done.
Oh, it's
Is it a
fabulous.
keeper? Okay.
Don't talk with your mouth full.
But now we'll put it back over, and we could then sprinkle off a little bit of our
Pumpkin
seeds or
Now,
pepitas.
we've run out of time, so we're going to have on the website how you can roast your own pumpkin seeds. It's
Yes.
fabulous. And I'm also going to close by saying, enjoy, thank you for watching, see you next month.